right, everybody. Welcome back to Bruised Podcast. How's it going? I'm your host, Soup, joined by my co-host, Lewi.
Lewi.
How you doing? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy New Year.
holidays.
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope we can make it better a little bit. I want to introduce our guest today, Alex Genitowski.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Good pronunciation. Yes.
Alex Genitowski, or
No, German actually.
German.
A lot of people say Polish.
Okay.
The traditional German pronunciation is a hard G. It's Genitowski.
Genitowski.
Gotcha.
Alex Genitowski. Welcome to the podcast.
Comrades.
No, not Russian. I mean, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Been excited
Keep
for
burping
this.
into
Okay. Been excited for this podcast. Excited to have you on. So
that.
tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
What's your purpose?
Purpose? That's a hard question, man. What's anybody's purpose? I don't know. Local skateboarder, piece of from Frederick, Maryland. You know. Grew up here, born and raised. Haven't really traveled too much. So, yeah, I'm not a very traveled gentleman. Never been out of the country or anything. So, yeah, just an East Coast boy.
Just an East Coast boy. That's about it. So tell us a little bit about how you got into skating. Was that like a while ago? I mean, I know it was a while ago, but like about what age and kind of how did you get into that?
I want to say like 11 or 12. I mean, I grew up in that generation where you had like siblings, or even if you're an only child, you had like rollerblades, bikes, like whatever, like a bunch of shit at your house.
Yeah.
Just because like people are, the mid 2000s was that kind of stuff. Like people would buy a lot of that stuff.
You just have things in your house.
You're rolling
Yeah,
around.
I did rollerblade a little bit when I was younger. Disappointing to say that.
Didn't we
but,
all though?
you know,
I mean,
that's what I mean. Like I tried everything, and then I think it was like really my brother, I guess, that I got into it because my dad had like an old Dogtown board. I remember my brother always hung up in his room, and I remember I tried to ask it for him a while ago. It's in his basement now, and he would never give it to me. And I was like, give me the fuck. It was one of the cool like the classic graphic they always did for Dogtown. But I remember it was actually a vacation one year, honestly. He like got a deck, and it was just gripped, and he would leave it in his room, and when everybody would like go to the beach, I would come back early or something and do like shoves on the carpet and stuff. I hadn't started skating for real at that point, but I was like, this is sick.
yeah.
I think it was like Crown. That was the company. It was Crown Skateboards. It just had like a little crown by the bottom bolts. That's all it was. It was just a blank like wood stain board.
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, honestly, I think me and you have very similar stories about how we got into skating, because it was my brother as well who got me into
I
skating.
didn't know that actually.
Yeah. I was, I think, 8 when
Younger than me, yeah.
yeah, my brother just like, I don't know how he got into it, but he started skating, and I just kind of like followed along because I looked up to him, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like
and
sometimes it's just
yeah.
you look at your older sibling and you're like, I want to be cool, man. And that's
Yeah.
definitely what I saw with my brother too. I was like,
yeah,
he
so
was always cooler to me.
yeah, he ended up building a half pipe
You
in
did
our
tell me
garage.
that.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
So I was 8. I learned how to like drop in, kick turn. I think I learned ollies at that point, but I kind of took a break till I was like 14,
See,
and I
that's
came
the
back
thing.
to it.
A lot of people take breaks, man. I've never taken a break since I like fluently started skating at like 13. That's probably like when it's just. So I'm 26 now, almost 27. So it's been more than half of my life, or pretty much half of my life.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
I
day.
mean, obviously with like snow sometimes, with just recently with all that, and then it rains. But there's like certain spots we can get away with, other than the lovely trespass notices we. A couple of us got at
Fun
a garage
story.
recently. No, it's fun.
Yeah, luckily I wasn't there for that,
Yeah,
but tell us what happened with that whole situation.
I don't know, man. It's just weird because that garage was just fine for a while. Because we would always skate
Mhm.
it, man. Cops even would show up and they told you and Max at one time, she's like, "Why aren't you skating?" Like he was asking, like they seemed fine. And then the one dude was like, he gave us a few hours, came back, and they were like, "We're gonna train a dog or something." But then that one night, man, I remember I fell. I reopened a scab on my back on the ground. Yeah, because the ground's terrible. And then the cops like rolled up like 3 deep all of a sudden. And then they just all got mad. I saw the car parked in the parking lot the whole time. I said something to somebody, but we were all just gonna skate anyway. We just didn't get. It seemed like it was a chill spot. You know?
Yeah, that's
Which
how.
garage was that?
This is the garage by Westview.
Yeah, over by like.
Yeah, it's like under an office building.
Is it the one story?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, we went there once.
It's an
gotcha.
eye care place, actually.
Oh, didn't know that. But yeah, that spot was like super chill.
Yeah, a cop
Like
came
I'd been there
whenever
with
we were
Alex
there.
a couple times where the cops were just like chilling there and they would just like watch us skate, like
Yeah.
not really give a
Exactly.
fuck
It
whatsoever.
was their apparent
Yeah.
meetup spot for when it rained and stuff.
Yeah.
Just didn't
Yeah.
care for a while, but I guess they said the property manager, someone who could actually like sue us if we got hurt or something.
So
Yeah.
somebody complained.
Yeah,
about
it was
us
that car
skating
that was
there.
parked in the parking lot. I'm sure they got tired
Yeah.
of it. Like the employees probably saw us all the time, more frequently at least, and were like, "Let's get these guys out of here."
Yeah, that's unfortunate to lose a spot like that because that was like the meetup for like when it rained.
I mean,
for
we
a
got other
while.
stuff. I mean, it was weird the other night when I tried to go to 7th and the cop was there. I don't know. It'll be an
Yeah.
interesting few months.
Yeah.
This the winter.
There's like a couple other garages, but like even those are
Getting
like,
kicked out.
yeah, you never know. I mean, there's one by the library that's usually a safe bet, but like,
I mean, sometimes those people in that building will kick you out, or the parking dudes, like
Yeah.
DPW
Yeah.
dudes.
yeah, I've never gotten kicked out of there, but I know people who said cops showed up there when they were skating there, so you never know with anywhere.
It's hit or miss, man. That's even what one of the cops said when they were just giving us the notices. They're like, yeah, it's just different opinions for it all, man. That's
Mhm.
different people being.
Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. So
It is what it is.
I mean, you kind of just
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
improvise, adapt, overcome.
That's what
Something we
they
didn't
always
touch
say.
on. I just realized this. I was actually featured in the first episode. I did that. Switch
Oh
540.
yeah, you were.
That was me.
True.
Switch 540. That was
me,
Alex.
everybody.
If you, I'll drop.
So I'm a
yeah.
repeating guest.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Second
Yeah.
feature, I guess.
Go watch the first episode if you haven't already. It sucks, but watch it anyway.
That's
Alex
cool,
is
man.
in
You
it.
gotta
fun.
get introduced to this somehow, and can't just start a podcast with that. I mean, that's what you do. You
Yeah.
just start a podcast.
You just start a podcast. You start talking into the microphone. Hope something good comes out of it.
Nothing good comes out of my mouth.
Yeah. All right. But getting back on topic, Alex is currently works at Embark Skate Shop, and has also been involved with the old shop that was in Frederick, Pit Crew.
Big cruise skate.
So what was your level of like involvement with that shop? Did you work there? Were you just like a shop rat? Like how
It
did
was
that?
definitely shop rat at first. I remember I used to go hang out at 207 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just hang out. I mean, I was friends with like Anthony, and then eventually Tim and Malcolm and Brent. They all kind of took a liking to me and stuff. And I would just be the annoying dude that would come in there and hang out all the time. And I think it was when they moved over. The pipes burst. Whenever that happened, they moved over to 880, but it was that weird like corner spot. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So they didn't really need any help at that point because it was so small. But I let Tim know that I had to do an internship for FCC actually. So that was graphics related, and I was like, "Hey, you need any free help?
Mhm.
Just I could, And then he was super down because I obviously already been hanging out at the shop a ton anyway. And then I got to redesign a long sleeve that was actually an old 153 graphic, so that was super cool. And then after the internship ended, I kind of just kept hanging out. It was only 2 days a week. I think it was like Monday and Wednesdays.
How long ago was
Okay.
the internship?
Oh, when did I graduate, man? Sorry if I'm cursing on here. I don't know if it's YouTube, but
That's
whatever.
fine.
I want to say, maybe like 2015. It's probably
Okay.
14. So
Okay.
I worked at the shop for probably like 2 years, and then we actually, if you guys remember the Skate Saturday thing,
Mm-hmm.
that was something
Yeah.
me and Josh DeFrance did because Josh also got involved with the shop. That's where it's kind of funny with me and Josh being one of the only two dudes that work at the shop, other than catching the BP there. We were the last two dudes that like got to work at Pit Crew, and that was always like a super weird thing because they would never really want to hire people just because it's a skate
Yeah.
shop. You have to be friends with everybody,
Yeah.
something weird like that.
Yeah, the Saturday skate sessions thing. I actually met a few people there. I
a
like.
lot of people
I
show
wasn't.
up to those things,
yeah.
man. Like
I
people
wasn't-
from around and stuff. So.
I wasn't involved like super heavily into the skate community at that point, but like I met Jeremy. I met him there. Bradley.
Jeremy Bell.
Yeah. Bradley Kubro.
Oh, Bradley Culebro. Yeah.
Calebro.
He's tight.
Is that how you say his
Yeah.
last name?
He's
Okay, yeah.
super
I met
good
those
skater.
two people there, which like I still see them around,
Mhm.
which is sick. But like, yeah, it was like a cool time.
Thinking
what is
back,
it exactly?
it was a skate Saturday thing. So do you
So
know
what do
how
do exactly?
the like the parking lot that was like next to that big warehouse that the shop was in?
Well, he's
Yeah,
not
I
from
think
this
so.
area, but like,
I think I
yeah,
can kind
Pit
of-
Crew used to be like its standalone building. It was a pretty
Yeah,
big
it was
building.
in like a big
past-
warehouse spot.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then there was an open lot next to it, and Tim had a ton of rails and boxes from
Gotcha.
throughout the years, and we just would set them up every Saturday morning. I think it was like 10 to 2.
You just get a bunch of people out and
I mean, even
Yeah.
during the colder months, people would show up, which was really rad.
Mhm.
I thinking back, I think I might remember you have been there.
I mean, I was there like almost every other Saturday.
It was
like,
something cool,
I was,
man. It got people involved and got people to come skate and
Yeah.
just do something.
Yeah, it was a fun time. but
yeah, I guess that's how I got into the working at the shop here now. Cause it's like ask Brent. I kind of did annoy him a little bit at first. I was like, Brent, if you need any eventually I got him to just let me do Sundays because I was always off either like Thursdays and Fridays, and I never really worked a Sunday too frequently, and then I just took off when I had I was working at Advanced and the warehouse at the same time. Don't work a lot of jobs.
It's got to be stressful.
Sure.
Yeah, you skate in your free time, and then you just work.
That's the thing, man. Like, even when I was working, like, every day, there was a month and a half. No, it was only 4 weeks, so it was a month. I worked 7 days straight. So I worked for a month straight. I worked full-time at the warehouse. I was doing part-time at Advanced, and then I was at the shop on Sundays. So and I would still skate every day. It was terrible, man. That's why I had to quit Advanced.
Jeez. Well,
Always fun time for skating.
Fun time for skating. And something about okay, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What I was gonna say is something about you that a lot of people notice right off the bat is your clothing. You kind of go for a more loose fit.
Oh yeah, big
kind
baggy
of
baby.
like
Big baggy
90s style.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at skateboarding now, that's like, I saw a funny meme the other day that was like a pie chart, and it was just like 80% of it and just said pants. And that's what it is, man. Like, you got a good pair of pants, a good hoodie, and so if you look good, then usually, it's something I was thinking about earlier, actually. Like, when you used to go to skate parks back in the day, you could kind of judge how somebody skated, or maybe, like, this might sound arrogant, like how good they were at skating by just looking at how they dressed. Like, if they were wearing local stuff, or like weird, like, popular shit, or just like stuff that's in the mall or whatever. You could judge. Nowadays, people have such a different aesthetic that you just have to watch somebody skate before you can tell that.
It's still a little bit true though. Honestly, like, you see a new skater at the park, you can usually tell by what they're wearing. I mean, it's not always true, but like certain skaters, or at least the style of skating, like, you have the trendy skaters where they'll be wearing,
you still see
like,
the dudes that'll show up with like shape boards and rails and stuff.
Yeah,
and you
you
kind of expect them to do like bonelesses and stuff like that, which I mean is stuff I do too, but I mean, I don't really skate crazy.
I mean, still a little bit of that is true. Not necessarily as much anymore because, like you said, people have such different styles.
That's what
nowadays,
I like, though. It's kind of expanded out from people dressing a certain way. I mean, it's just funny when you watch videos from, like, the early 2000s compared to, like, the late 90s. It's such a shift because you go from, like, how I wear, like, 34s when my waist is, like, a 29 or a 30.
Yeah.
It's just because I want a wider fit pants, but... And that's how it was, like, in the late 90s. You saw dudes wearing pants that totally didn't fit them. They're wearing, like, double XL hoodies, and they're, like, 16-year-old kids that shouldn't be wearing that size stuff.
Yeah.
But then you, like, shift to, like, Fallen and Zero and, like, the super skinny jeans, like, that type of stuff. It was just, like, a crazy shift, and now it's kind of, like, intermingling again, and you see people dressing all over the place. And I kind of enjoyed that.
So I'm interested about this. The loose fit kind of deal you have going on, was that initially a style thing, or did you just find it like more comfortable? Because for me, like, I used to wear kind of tighter pants, tighter fit clothing, but as soon as I started wearing a little bit looser fit, I was like, holy shit, like, this is so much easier. I feel so much more comfortable. Like, so is that how it started for you, or was it more like you saw that kind of style and you were like, I want to do that?
No, it was definitely like 10th and 11th grade. I started wearing like strictly straight cut Dickies and stuff, like just work pants. And it was just like tons of different colors of them. And I literally only wore Dickies probably from like 11th grade till I was like 23 almost, because that's just the only pair of pants I wanted that would fit right and it would give me that looser fit. I do remember, like, I think the last time I wore a pair of like tighter jeans and was skating, and I was just like, this is awful. I was like getting such a wedgie. It just wasn't like when you were at the park one day and you're like, I might have to go home and change, man. My pants are too. It's just you got to be comfortable when you're skating. So it was definitely like I started wearing more of a regular fit, and then probably like the past 2 or 3 years.
That's actually true. Tighter fit clothing, you got to worry about that all the time. Is ripping your pants.
100%.
I was like 15.
I've never ripped any of my pants.
I went to I went to Charm City Skate Park in Baltimore. I ripped my pants all the way down the crotch. And I was like, okay. So I left, came back the next time, maybe like a couple months later. I literally brought a second pair of pants in case that happened. And I literally ended up ripping the first pair of pants all the way down the crotch again.
Your pants?
Dude, that's just how I wore my pants at the time.
That's my style, and I'm sticking with it.
Dude, when you're at the point where you bring an extra pair of pants
Hey,
in
at least
case
you
you're
were
gonna
prepared.
rip them, that's when you know
That's a
you
little
should loosen
too
up.
much of an initiative. man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even
That's a
like
lot of
during the
forward
summer
thinking.
a t-shirt because you're sweating.
It was like, because it sucked the first time. I was like, damn, I ripped my pants all the way down the crotch. Like, I was like, I'm gonna bring an extra pair of pants, but maybe I should have just
Cue
thought.
the SpongeBob
I was about
ripped his
because I
pants.
ripped my pants.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely a looser fit is like kind of the way to go, in my
It's just
opinion.
comfortable, man. It's
Yeah.
more flowy.
You get
it
mad at
feels
me
better.
for wearing shorts.
Okay, that's different though. Shorts
I'm
can
comfortable.
you're comfortable,
nice.
but that
Nah,
just seems
nah,
weird.
I gotta talk out on that real quick.
Are you
I wear
against-
shorts. No, I wear shorts during the summer when I skate too, because
Okay,
it's
respect.
hot out, man. And I
Yeah, that's what I'm
understand.
saying. I sweat, and
It's
I'm not comfortable.
It's just
pants.
again, I see people.
He
doing
gets
it
so
all the time.
he gets
It's
so
just the,
against
it's just
it.
the feeling.
Exactly.
No, I
it's
like
not
it.
even about messing up your shins because it's gonna mess your shins either way if you're wearing pants or shorts. But it's like I used to skate with my keys, like no matter what, just on my belt. Just recently, I started taking them off, and it's weird to get used to. And it's the same thing with
I've
wearing
always
long
had my
pants
keys on my
versus shorts.
pants since like I could drive. So
Yeah, like it's just you feel like you're off
I wear
balance
cargo- I
or
wear
something.
cargo
Like
shorts. I
Yeah,
wear
jorts or
jorts.
cargo pants.
it just feels
put it
weird.
on
Like you
there.
don't feel comfortable.
I guess I can see where you're coming from, and most people I think just associate
Well-
it with fear of hurting yourself more.
To be fair, Eli in like dead of August will wear black pants or black jeans in like 104 weather.
Dude,
and
you made the
just-
wrong choice. What are you doing?
He's fine with it.
Dude,
So,
it's fine. Like whatever.
it's crazy. It doesn't get hot.
I do get hot. It's just you just sweat and you're okay with it.
Damn.
It's not that big a deal. At least you're wearing
Fair enough.
pants, not looking.
That's where I can understand bringing an
Yeah.
extra T-shirt, but I've never ripped my pants skating before. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever actually ripped a pair. No, I think I have ripped a crotch like that before skating,
Mhm.
but it wasn't like down this. It was just like a little spot. In the middle.
Dude.
I think my mom fixed those pants.
I used to do it too, like way too much.
Because you're fat. Just kidding, Eli. I love you. You're a very fit gentleman.
Okay. Moving on to the next topic.
That's good.
Let's talk about for you in particular. Why is skating such an important thing in your life?
I would have murdered somebody by now.
Okay.
No, I dislike people a lot. No, I want to take that back. Maybe edit some of this out.
Hmm.
I don't dislike people. It's just I don't know. I grew up weird as a younger kid. Definitely a lot of depression. I didn't have a lot of friends in school and stuff. And skating was just like art and stuff. It was an outlet, something for me to enjoy and not hate myself or anything around me. And it's just I don't know. It's freeing, man. It's like what I tell kids when they come into the shop and parents and stuff. It's just a feeling like riding down a hill on the board. You don't even have to be good at skating, man. It's just such a fun thing, like just riding a board around.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to me, and that's why even when I was working 7 days a week for that month period, I was still skating every day because I have to. It's not
It's an outlet to get your stress out.
It's a stress relief. That's why
Yeah.
you see me get angry. I'm the mad guy at the park sometimes. That's what we all do. I've been snapping boards a lot recently. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Disappointment to myself.
Yeah. Anybody who skates will understand how frustrating it can be. It's just,
Skating is hard, man.
it sucks.
It looks easy, and you see people on Instagram now, and they make it look too easy.
Mhm.
People that write like primitive.
Absolutely.
You can't even go on the internet without feeling like crappy about yourself now because you watch and it's like it must be nice. That's all I can ever like. Put a clip of Shane O'Neill right here,
Yeah.
real quick. Just thank you, Eli.
Dude, Shane
Must be
O'Neill,
nice.
oh, he's like
You
one
can
of
put
my
any
favorite
clip on
skaters
that
for
screen.
sure. He
It's-
makes
is-
it look like a video game. It's
Yeah.
like
100%. I think
Perfectly smooth.
I think his. Actually, good transition. Instagram filming with skateboarding. I wanted to talk about that. Like the you see nowadays with how it is on the internet versus like Instagram and actually putting full lengths out. Because as we're filming with our friend Aaron for like a street full length,
Yeah.
I guess you would say, compared to like people who put edits on Instagram, The term throwaway has a very confusing meaning to me now.
Yes.
See, even you nodded. You see that on people's videos, or you see that even on like edits and stuff. It's like, even if it's throwaway, don't even put that label on it because you put it somewhere for the people to see.
Mm-hmm. You'll see.
Throw it anywhere, but on the gram.
You'll see.
Whatever.
Yeah, you'll see someone like insane at skating, right? They'll be like throwaway clip.
Oh, I got this
They'll do
trash line today.
They'll be like,
again, post another like Shane O'Neill clip or something. And he bummed on it.
do like a big flip down a set, and they're like,
I messed up. My feet. I could have done that so much better. So it's weird seeing that though, but just like how people treat footage and stuff. Because like Aaron likes to use a majority of the clips that we get, and even I've told him just, I love you, Aaron. Your edits are awesome. You're a good guy, but you don't have to use everything that you filmed.
Yeah, Aaron, you can just trash all of my clips that I have.
Yeah, delete all
on
my
your
stuff
camera
too.
right now.
I think I got like 2 clips. Just delete them, but thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's crazy because you'll see something that'll be like an ender for your part, and somebody will be like throwaway clip.
Yeah, you're like, that's
Like, that makes me feel good.
Accidentally landed this today.
Yeah, and you're like, cool, I'm just going to double tap this. And be like, wow, never doing that in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a good example again. Robert Neal's actually another good example of a dude that just makes it look so easy, man. If dude's on primitive, and it's the West Coast, man. Y'all have it good out there. It's all smooth and stuff and nice.
Oh,
Come out here.
It's unbelievable.
Come out here.
I've been to California a few times now, and like, it's just, you feel better at skating. It's insane just because of your surroundings.
F you, man. I don't like that.
Dude. It's like, I mean, I love the
never
East
been to the
Coast,
West
but
Coast,
like,
so I don't-
you go out there and you like,
So,
just
confide.
the sidewalks. And
It's just
it's
smooth. I
it's the
understand
smoother
that.
than the smoothest spot we have here.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
just like
a Zamboni to the side.
literally, that's what
every
it
single
seems
day.
like.
Zamboni.
4 a.m. every day.
It's insane, and you're like, where has this
I mean,
been
it
all
is
my
a-
life?
Well,
but
it's a newer part of the country comparative to our
Yeah.
history and stuff.
That
It
is
took
true.
them quite a while to get over there.
Well, it's
yeah.
like almost the newest.
we got history, LA. Suck it.
It's called crust. Come over here.
It's called crust.
Crust. Come over here. My lips keep touching this microphone. Whoever uses this next gets my. Yeah.
We'll sanitize it.
Spray it down.
Excuse me.
But something you made very clear to me that you wanted to talk about today.
Yes.
is-
Asterisk must talk point.
Yep, must talk point is your hatred for zoomies.
I don't. Okay. Let's take that word out maybe because hate
Okay.
is a strong word.
Not hatred. Your
disapproval. I don't even
Approval.
want to say dislike.
Disappointment.
Disapproval.
Okay.
Disappointment as well.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Yeah, like a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's you just see stuff and you see how kids are with skateboarding now, and it goes along with that whole like Instagram stuff again too. Like people see stuff as a trend and they feel like it's just very popular. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this because it makes me cool or whatever. But it's just I don't.
Yeah, that's
You
what
don't
Zoomies
fall-
is. It ends up being like a poser shop.
Yeah, like a good example is they have Rip and Dip in there.
Hmm
We don't carry Rip and Dip at our shop because that's a mall thing. Not to hate on
Hey,
anybody
Rip and
who
Dip
likes
back
Rip
in
and
the
Dip.
day.
It was all right.
It was pretty good.
It was all right. It was
pretty
a cool
fun.
brand.
It was pretty cool.
But
You
people
could
sell
swivel
out.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Swivel pretty fast.
But I don't know. It's just it's like a glorified PacSun to me. That's how I see those kind of places. It's like
Yeah.
first off, you're in a corporation kind of place. You're in a mall. I was in the mall for the season. Merry Christmas again. But I was in the mall and I walked by that Zoomies twice. The first time I literally just looked up and was like, and then the second time I walked by, quite literally, verbally did this. I was like. Actually, here's a good story about something funny about Zoomies. Someone I was dating back in the day, this is again like 2015, at that time in my life. We were at the mall around this season. We were at the Annie Ann's, actually. That's like right across. Like,
Yeah,
in the
it's
middle.
literally right 5 feet from Zoomies.
We were standing in line. I did not mean to do this, man. It just happened. I turned around, looked at 2 people walking out of Zoomies with bags in their hands, and verbally said out loud, "You just made the worst decision." And the girl I was dating was like, "Why'd you say that?" And I was like, "Oh, what? I can't. Whoops." I literally did not mean to say it. I just have an instinct reaction. It's a glorified department store at this point. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The dudes that work there are just kids that want to work at a skate shop, and I don't like that.
Whenever I first got into skating, Eli was like, "Do not, under any circumstances, go to Zoomies or get like a board anywhere other than a skate shop." Basically,
Yeah,
It's not even about Zoomies just being like you know, it's like half of it is just support your local skate shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, support
know,
small
100%.
business.
Like support
Yeah,
small business.
100%.
Zoomies is just kind of there for people who don't know about skating but want to look like they
They're
skate.
glorified
Yeah.
departments.
Yeah, they're like people who don't know about skating. They think I want to look like a skater, and they go Zoomies.
That's a
Which
popular
is-
thing too. Just
yeah.
looking like a skateboarder
That's
and just
fair.
having that outlet. Like, let me just go to Zoomies real quick. It's Nikes.
Yeah.
But that's another thing though, is like if you do want good quality like skate companies that aren't gonna be in places like that or that you really want to mess with, that's like where they're gonna be at a local skate shop. Like we have Quarter Snacks and Quasi and FA and stuff like that. You will never find any of those brands at Zoomies
Yeah.
because they are small shop like
Yeah.
they're skate shop specifics.
Yeah.
Even Nike used to be that way, but they're like kind of here and there now. So it's I don't know, like a bunch of companies used to be that way, but now everybody branches out and does a lot of online stuff. But that's
Well,
the same thing with Zoomies. It's just-
Even Embark has like bearings or wheels from like Charlestown stores or like different local shops around as well that they.
Yeah, I mean, local shops will carry like sort of the same things.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Zoomie's just kind of like the trendy stuff that everyone will maybe know about if you know like anything about
yeah,
skating.
you'll just
If you
like
wanna-
know it by name and be like, "Where do you
Yeah.
get these? Someone told me to get these." That's
Yeah.
what people say in our shop too.
Mhm.
And I understand that they're popular and probably because they're good quality stuff. But
Yeah, if you actually want to learn about skating, get into the skate culture, you want to go to an actual skate shop, so you can kind of
Yeah.
get the
It's
right
a- it's a
materials to
good,
be able to
like,
do that.
atmosphere as well. It's a lot better
Yeah.
atmosphere than.
Yeah,
sometimes
some
For the
some
most
wild
part.
stuff happens in the shop. Sometimes.
just don't go there on Sundays whenever Alex is there.
Nah, it's not that. Nah, I'll be honest. Again, I said this to like a couple people. I think I might have said it to you the other night.
Mhm.
Maybe not you. I don't know. The past month working at the shop has just been really cool for like the season and everything. Just seeing how many like newer kids and that's kind of how it's been during this whole season of like COVID and stuff happening. And even with that starting last year, it just kind of more people are getting into skating because they wanted to do stuff outside and just be active or don't be cooped up in their house the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's just cool to see all these people coming in this past month, like getting gifts for people, seeing all the homies like this, like every past Sunday, like whether it be you, Max, like Jess, Jeremy, and Sean, like just a bunch of people that come in and just hang out, and like even Xavier, he'll come in and hang out like all day sometimes, which is rad. It's cool to just have dudes that can also kind of help out. Shout out Sean, Jeremy, Xavier, like anybody that helps out at the shop.
Shout out all the
Yeah,
shop
man.
guys.
Yeah, shout out Embark Skate Shop, man. Shout out BP, man. I love you, BP.
Shout out BP. What
I
a
hope
good
you
guy.
watch this one, BP.
Dude, I want him on the podcast eventually.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes, but
BP, you got it, man.
But I think that's a good place to close it off right there.
Merry
BP,
Chrysler.
we're gonna get you onto the podcast eventually, so just be ready.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. Thanks for
Merry
watching.
Christmas.
Big round of applause for Alex.
Merry Christmas.
Yee. All right. We'll see you on the next podcast.
Thanks for having
Thanks. Like and
You're
subscribe.
Bruce podcast. We're gonna.
me. I'm not hitting. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Wait. You got to add this segment in at the beginning or the end. I don't care. Pick that mic back up, John. Are we still recording? Yeah.
It's not
Sorry.
over.
I
not
forgot
over.
to do this at the beginning with the season. Like, yeah, you were like, what is it? So I brought a gift for you guys. It's something
Aw.
small. It's just it's kind of it's shop related, but it's also just something I did. So back in the day, a company called New Deal, which is actually a company that reissued their stuff and started doing it again recently, which is super cool. It's been 30 years of them like being a company, and they started doing it again. They did an old graphic that was a spray paint can. Maybe find that put it right there.
Okay, I'll try to find it.
I'll probably send you just a picture. I think I have the sticker at my house, so I don't know.
Okay.
But then in the 90s, Stussy actually did a rip of it, and maybe I'll send you that link as well. You can put that right there.
Okay.
So they did a rip off of that graphic, and I remember I saw it at some point, and I was like, I want to do that for the shop. So I did a little hand-drawn version of it.
Oh my God.
It's framed.
That's so sick.
So yeah, I mean, I did that digitally on Josh's iPad. Shout out Josh for France.
I'll put a picture of this up there. so
Josh is
you can
my
see
favorite
it.
skater. Shout out Josh for France. But
That's
yeah,
so
I just
sick.
figured I'd bring you guys a gift of the hand-drawn original.
Dude, thank you.
I love it.
This is great.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas!
Chrysler!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Chrysler and happy Toyota Fondall. All right.
All right.